You guys, so this is Saturday and I'm just gonna go without notes or anything. Just gonna cover up the cars that we're missing from the pack. I showed you the Lambo, I showed you the Honda, the Porsche, the 426 Hemi test drive of a Charger. It's pretty much the 1970 Barracuda values because I had the same engine, and once again we're only dealing with engines for now and a little bit of chassis values, but I think I say it every time. Now, the cars that I didn't show you is 1963 Ford Galaxie. That one is to go together with the 63 Impala, which you already have in the first pack. I didn't drive both of the cars too much. I didn't compare the two. I'm gonna leave the comparison up to you. They might be too much different between one another, even though they had like pretty similar performance back in the day. That is what the first tests and comparisons are going to be about. Once again, for the A3 level edit, I'm gonna greatly revise the accuracy of the values that I get from the internet, because that is where the mistake might be, because some different websites sometimes show you different specifications for the same car. I'm gonna make sure that the Galaxie and the Impala both have absolutely proper values on all the engine fields, and then we're gonna do the real comparison is for the A3 level edits. That's when we're gonna do the fun comparing videos and stuff. So that's the Ford Galaxie. I'm not gonna show you the test drive of it. I'm gonna leave it up to you since you already have the Impala. Anyway, now to go with the V8 Thunderbird from 2002, and it's a stock factory Thunderbird. It's not Trans Am racing engine. It's a stock Thunderbird engine available to the public. This is a V6 version of it, and the V6 version comes with dumbed down everything pretty much. If you look at the specs sheets and the values, you will see. What can I say about this car? This car is amazingly V6-ish. That's how I can call it, V6-ish. If you compare the two, and I drove both of them, V8 feels more powerful. This one feels exactly like a V6 should feel compared to the V8. And in real life, I am a car mechanic. I drive cars on a daily basis, different ones, and I drove V6 cars, V8 cars. Of course, they're all different, but it's amazing how much of a V6 this car is versus how much of a V8 the other car is. So let's say if you run V6s on Saturdays and you run V8s on Sunday, that'll be like a perfect setup for a little racing competition or somewhat. That's what I'm gonna talk about this car. What else? Now the Chevy Corvette. Here comes the real guy. 2017 supercharged Z06 LT4. If you look at the BMEP values, the maximum BMEP value is bigger than NASCAR's. Even though NASCAR makes more torque, maybe less torque, more horsepower, but on the BMEP values, you know why? Because this engine is supercharged and they're squeezing extra volume into the 375 cubic inches using the supercharger, and that's why the pressure that drives the piston downwards on the power stroke, that's what this BMEP value is. That's why they're bigger than NASCAR's, because they're using a supercharger. I did the whole reading. I'm not gonna go and push too much science on you. They did this. This is the Vet 2017. What else I have to show? 7-speed tranny. This guy has a 7-speed transmission. NASCAR only allows for 6-speed transmission. If you change your 6-speed tranny to 7-speed tranny in a physics editor, surprisingly what you're gonna get for your 7th gear is reverse. I'm gonna make separate video. That's gonna be very important. Next video that's coming is how to make a 7-gear tranny. So if you make it 7 gear, it's gonna go like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then instead of the 7, it's gonna be reverse. So it's gonna be 1 2 3 4 5 6 reverse. Even though it's gonna show reverse, you will still be driving forward, but at the gear ratio which reverse is set to. We cannot change those. Anyway, too much science for now. We could only do 6-speed tranny for now, an efficient way. So this car tops off because it's missing a 7th gear. This is a second car, Lambo and the Vet, both being 2016 Aventador and 2017 Z06. They both do not match the realism. One drives too fast, another one runs out of gear because it needs 7th gear. I think Lambo has 7 gears as well, but it does a great job with 6, for now. Anyway, here is the Vet. have a feel for the speed and acceleration. And then you will see once we hit 6th gear, it will slowly top off, and you will feel how we're gonna need the 7th gear on the Vet. Unfortunately, for now, it's gonna come with the 6th gear training. It is what it is. I will not compromise or sacrifice the numbers for the engine. I will not decrease horsepower. I will not fuck with any values. They're gonna stay official, and they're gonna be as accurate as the online specifications. They'll be identical to the online specs. So the reason we are topping off right here is because we do not have 7 gears. That's my official answer to you. It is the sad truth. The car is fucking amazing, but it is top soft and the engine is too powerful for 6 speed. It needs an extra 7 speed. We are working on it. I'm looking where to find those missing gears, you know. So let's go save those orphaned gear ratios. But the guy who made the editor did not include the the gear ratios. So yeah, they're not available for now. This was the Vet. This was the brief explanation on all the other 4 cars that are in the pack, and that's the Vet, V6 Trans Am, Plymouth Barracuda, which is eventually the 426 Hemi, and then Galaxie 1963 to compare with the Impala. I'm gonna kill the video right here, make more shorter ones, because it's been enough explanation for now, I feel like. Anyway, this is a complete pack. Secret car number 2. That baby has an engine redlining at 20,000 RPM. So check that one out when it comes out. Special car number 2. Alright, I'm gonna kill it right here now.